At 12 weeks pregnant, everything seemed to be just fine. The test results were normal. The baby was growing perfectly.
And Jasmine and Daniel finally began to believe that everything would be okay.
But as the ultrasound appointment was almost over, the doctor paused. But as the ultrasound appointment was almost over, the doctor paused. I would like you to have another ultrasound. She had no idea those words would change her life forever.
The Carter household was a portrait of pure hope, built on laughter and careful plans.
This pregnancy was the beautiful culmination of all our shared years.
They weren't just making plans, they were weaving a tapestry of their future together.
Everything felt like a straight, sunlit path, exactly where they wanted to be.
They felt they were in control, never suspecting that the landscape was about to shift.
At 12 weeks pregnant, everything seemed to be just fine. The test results were normal. The baby was growing perfectly.
And Jasmine and Daniel finally began to believe that everything would be okay.
There is our little baby.
It looks so big already. But as the ultrasound appointment was almost over, the doctor paused.
He looked at the screen once more and said something Jasmine never imagined hearing. "I'm sorry, but there's not..."
I would like you to have another ultrasound. She had no idea those words would change her life forever. As the weeks passed, the paralyzing anxiety of the first trimester gave way to a serene confidence. Jasmine began to buy small things: an organic cotton onesie, a pair of socks that seem impossibly small. We are going to be just fine. They allow themselves to believe that their story will be a tale without great tragedies, an upward line of growth. Their home, once a place of work and routine, now has a greater purpose, a new pulse. I love it. The fear, once a constant shadow, had all but vanished. The day of the 20-week scan began with a tangible, beautiful lightness.
Oh, what a beautiful morning!
I really think these names are perfect, especially the funny ones.
Especially the funny ones.
In the waiting room, everything felt normal, welcoming, and perfectly in place.
Watching a mother nearby, I felt a tug of pure emotion. Not fear, but anticipation.
We entered expecting only good news.
Doc, I'm ready for some good news.
He's always joking like this.
As the gel touched my skin, I watched the screen, waiting for that familiar, restless kick.
It was our ritual of confirmation, a moment to validate the happiness we had built.
Expectation was the fuel of that morning. There was no room for doubt, nor any fear.
In that moment, we truly believed that life was finally exactly where it was meant to be.
Expectation was the fuel of that morning. There was no room for doubt, nor any fear.
The heartbeat was a constant, hypnotic rhythm that usually brought us such comfort. The doctor moved the device with precision. We were relaxed, unaware of what was coming.
And here we can see the baby's...
Let me take another look at this. Let's look at these measurements. This is the crown to rump length.
He asked for another scan, a second opinion. He called it caution. I felt it as a warning.
The room, once full of life, had turned into a laboratory. Our future was under a microscope. The waiting became a silent nightmare. At home, even the sunlight felt offensive. I spent hours searching, each page a new door to a different, deeper fear.
Daniel tried to pull me into reality. But I was a navigator in a sea without stars.
He tried to keep his composure, but I saw him staring into the void, processing the silence.
Family called with forced optimism, so we lied, saying it was just protocol. Sleep became an enemy. I woke up startled, my heart beating to the rhythm of that ultrasound.
Our home, once full of color, now felt like a museum of a life we feared losing.
We looked at each other and no longer saw the couple from before. We were strangers.
The specialist clinic was immense and cold, with endless corridors that seemed to swallow all our hope.
Every detail, the smell of disinfectant, the heavy silence, only deepened our anxiety. We were called into a room filled with cold, high-end equipment, a sterile auditorium of fear.
The doctor was a man of numbers and structures, seeing the world only through cold machinery.
Is everything okay?
I'm measuring.
The tension was so dense it could be cut with a blade. I held my breath, waiting.
I see what your doctor suspected.
The uncertainty was replaced by a harsh reality, a truth that couldn't be deleted from memory.
We received the clarity we asked for, but it brought no relief, only the weight of a new world.
Back home, silence was the only occupant. The abyss had finally opened between us. I cried not with sobs, but with the quiet weight of what we had already begun to lose. Daniel didn't offer false hope. He simply held my hands, tethering me to the earth.
We spoke of fear, of the fragility of life, and of the desperation of being unable to protect our own child.
This was a brutal vulnerability, a moment without masks, where we finally saw each other clearly.
We were no longer the couple from before, but we were finally, truly together. Months later, the garden holds new life. I planted these flowers as a form of meditation. The pain hasn't disappeared, but it has changed shape, transforming into a deep understanding. I started a support group, realizing that strength isn't found in avoiding pain, but in walking beside it. Daniel became my pillar, the one who learned how to bend without ever breaking.
The nursery, once a promise, is now a space of memory, a sanctuary of peace.
We learned that loving, even while knowing the risks, is the bravest act we can perform. Our love, tested in the fire of adversity, became something unbreakable. We learned that loving, even while knowing the risks, is the bravest act we can perform. Hope is no longer blind optimism. It is a conscious choice we make every morning. Our love, tested in the fire of adversity, became something unbreakable.
A legacy that the pain could not erase. We are still here, and we are still loving.
If you are going through your own another ultrasound moment, please know you are not alone. I needed to record this because I know somewhere, someone else is sitting in a waiting room, trying to breathe. I identify with every mother and father who has felt the world stop in front of a hospital monitor. I identify with every mother and father who has felt the world stop in front of a hospital monitor. Uncertainty isn't a place we choose to live, but it is where we discover what our love is truly made of. Uncertainty isn't a place we choose to live, but it is where we discover what our love is truly made of. We don't forget the shock. We don't forget the pain. But we chose to believe the sun would return. If this story touched your heart, or if you have lived something similar, please share your thoughts below.
I would love to read your stories. You are not alone in this journey.
If this video brought you any comfort, please like and share it to reach more families in need. Your voice is important.
Share your story, and let's support each other.
And if you want to follow our journey of resilience and love, please subscribe to the channel.
We are here, and we are in this together.